What is good, everybody? It is your boy Super Saiyan Cab back with another Xenoverse 2 video for you guys today. We're going to be taking a look at the past DLCs, the paid parts of DLCs, and comparing them to what we are going to be getting with this new DLC, and talk about why I believe that this DLC definitely has the potential to be the best one we've gotten so far without question. Now, we already know the free update is definitely going to be the best one we've gotten, especially with this netcode fix, the 100+ skills supposedly getting updated, and on top of that, we're also getting the CAC selection to where we can choose multiple CACs, even if we are just on one, like we're on our male human. We can also choose between our male Saiyan, freezer race, when we go play online. That's going to be absolutely lit, something a lot of people have hoped for, and we finally are getting it. There's going to be new accessories, maybe new clothing, and some new skills for the free update as well. We don't know for sure yet, but there's free update just for the netcode fix, skilled changes, and the whole CAC thing is definitely going to be the best one we've gotten so far. Now, the paid update is what we're going to be taking a look at today. We're going to take a look at all the past characters that we've gotten from paid DLC, and then really I'm going to explain why I believe that this DLC is going to be the best one without question, all around free and paid update. Now, one thing I do want to mention is the quality of this video will be 1080p 30 frames per second, not 60 frames per second. I actually was not going to upload a video today until I remembered that I had been planning on doing this discussion right here, and since I'm at my girls without my Elgato and all that, that is why it is in 1080p 30 frames per second, because this footage is actually coming off the PS4. So just wanted to mention that really quick, but let's jump straight into this discussion, talking about these past DLCs and showing why this new DLC will most likely be the best ever. Alright, y'all, the way we're going to do this is basically by taking a look at each and every DLC pack individually, breaking them down, talking about the characters, how good they were, how many exclusive moves they got, their combos, things of that nature, and then afterwards grade each and every single one before we move on to the next. So starting out with DLC 1, first character was Frost, and Frost honestly was kind of underwhelming due to the fact that he only had Chaos Shot and Secret Poison as his new moves. He even had a move, he had full power charge on his first preset, as you saw. He had Meteor Blow on that preset. On this one, he has Meteor Crash, Phantom Fist, full power Energy Blast, Volley. So he has very basic moves, but at the same time, I do really enjoy his combos. So for that reason, he is an okay character. If he had a lot better moves, I think he would have been a great DLC character. Now, the next character from DLC 1 was Kaba. Kaba, in my opinion, could have been a lot better. One, if he would have got a couple more moves. He only had Impulse Slash and Gallic Cannon added as exclusive moves, but his combos, guys, his combos drop all the time online, making him a very, very underwhelming and useless character when it comes to online play. Now, when you think about this DLC as a whole, honestly, this DLC is like a C grade. Both of these characters only got 2 new moves. Both of them, I mean, well, Frost has combos that are unique and they work perfectly online, but Kaba's combos do not work all the time online. A lot of them drop, and for that reason, Kaba has been labeled as a trash character, even though if his combos were to work, he really would not be that bad at all. He would actually be a pretty good character if his combos were to just not drop when it comes to online play. So all in all, again, I'd probably give this DLC as a whole a C grade just for those reasons that I mentioned. But let's move on to DLC Pack 2. Alright, y'all, moving on to DLC Pack 2. This DLC right here, the 2 characters we got were Champa and Vados. And first starting out with Champa, just an absolutely terrible DLC character in my opinion. He has terrible unique moves with God of Destruction's Roar. It's not bad, you know, it could take your opponent's stamina away, but nobody really uses it. And on top of that, he also has God of Destruction's Menace, which is just one of the worst ultimates in the game. Besides that, he has a very poor moveset. He even has consecutive Energy Blast, a move that you see on only Cyberman, Gupri, characters like that. A DLC character has. So honestly, Champa is just, I do not like him as a DLC character. His combos are unique to himself, but I do believe that one of them does drop online at the same time. So I really do not like him as a character. Now, Vados, on the other hand, was the savior of this DLC in my opinion, because she had a whole brand new unique moveset. Now, it may not be the most exciting moves to use for a CAC, but for Vados, it was absolutely dope. I like the fact that she had a whole unique moveset, unique to herself, unlike anyone else's in the game, and she also has a whole unique combos that work perfectly online. So I really did enjoy Vados as the DLC character. Now, as you guys see on the screen as well right here, in this DLC you also got the tournament stage from the Universal tournament, which was absolutely dope and definitely made this DLC a bit better. If it was not for that tournament stage, I probably would have given this DLC a C+, but I'm gonna give it a B- because of that tournament stage again, on top of the fact that Vados was completely unique to herself, unlike any other character in the game when it comes to her moveset, and she has her own combos that work perfectly online. Now, the only downfall of this DLC was definitely Champa, but all in all, again, I will give this DLC a B-. Now let's move on to DLC Pack 3. Alright y'all, moving on to DLC Pack 3. This is definitely one of my favorites. I absolutely love this DLC, all around just great in my opinion. It was the first to introduce 3 characters, and the first of those 3 was Bojack. Now, Bojack had his own set of combos, no copy and paste or anything like that, and all of his combos work perfectly fine online, along with his brand new moves with Trap Shooter, Reverse Launcher, Psycho Barrier, and Grand Smasher. So Bojack, all in all, in my opinion, was a very good DLC character. Again, he had 4 brand new exclusive moves and combos that work perfectly fine and were not copy and pasted. Now, the next character in this DLC was Rose Goku Black. Probably one of the best DLC characters and one of the most favorited and most used till this day. He is a very good character all around, on top of the fact that he got brand new combos, which a lot of people were happy about. They were scared that we would have regular Goku Black or the regular Goku's combos because all the other ones did, but Rose Goku Black had his own unique ones, which was absolutely amazing, on top of the fact that he had 3 unique moves with Sudden Death Beam, Divine Retribution, and Divine Lasso. Now, Super Black Kamehameha Rose I will not count as a new move because it was basically just a recolor of Super Black Kamehameha. Now, the last character in this pack was the Masu, another good character. All of his combos were unique to him, no copy and paste. They all work perfectly perfectly online. He had 3 brand new moves with Heavenly Arrow, God Splitter, and Instant Severance. So all in all, he was another very good DLC character. Like I said, this DLC pack was probably the best up until this point in Xenoverse 2 without question. It had characters that people use to this day with Rose Goku Black. Some people use the Masu. It's not that much. You really don't see Bojack used that much anymore at all. But again, Bojack also had his 4 brand new moves. The Masu had 3 brand new moves. They both had unique combos that worked perfectly online, were not copy and pasted. So they were definitely great characters along with this DLC. So with this DLC, I'm definitely going to have to give it the grade of an A because everything was great. Everything was good. Everything worked perfectly. They all were unique to themselves. So I really did enjoy this DLC. Again, definitely one of my favorites. But now let's move in to the extra packs with extra packs 1 and 2. Okay guys, before we move on to the extra packs, I completely forgot about DLC Pack 4. I don't know why, considering it was one of the better DLCs that we got in this game. And the first character that was with this DLC is Merge the Masu, an absolutely amazing DLC character. His combos are unlike anybody else's. Yes, they are unvanishable, which a lot of people do have issue with, but again, he is still very unique when it comes to his combos and his moveset. He's the only character in the game that has 5 brand new unique moves out of all the DLC characters. He has Holy Wrath, Blaze of Judgment, Lightning of Absolution, Divinity Unleashed, and Divine Wrath Purification. Again, the only DLC character ever to be like that. So he was definitely a great DLC character. Now, the other one in this pack was Vegeta Blue, another character a lot of people love and still use to this day without doubt. Now, the only thing about him, he had only 2 unique moves with Savage Strike and Spirit Stab, but it is fairly understandable considering in the anime he didn't do anything brand new as far as an ultimate type move. He still uses Final Kamehameha, Spirit Sword. So again, it is very understandable as to why those are his ultimates. The only thing I would have changed is the coloration of that Final Kamehameha and made it look like how it's supposed to in the anime. Instead of being yellow with blue lightning, they should have recolored it and made it blue with yellow lightning. But all in all, again, this DLC was absolutely amazing, on top of the fact that, as you see on the screen right now, we also got the City or the Future in Ruins map, which is just awesome. Like, I love new maps when they come to the game. Sadly, DLC Pack 6 did not come with the Tournament of Power map like we thought, since DLC Pack 2 and 4 got new maps. But again, DLC Pack 6 did not get one. We'll get into DLC Pack 6 a little bit later on. But with this map and these two new characters, I'm also going to have to give this DLC an A. If it was not for the map, I would give it an A- because I feel character-wise and just how much uniqueness there is, that is a little bit less than DLC Pack 3, because every character in DLC Pack 3 all had 3 brand new exclusive moves, all had combos that worked perfectly online and were unique to themselves as well. So again, I will give this DLC an A as well, because it has the map on top of 2 great characters. But that's all the regular DLC packs. Now let's move on to the extra ones. Alright guys, moving on to the extra packs. Now the first character in the extra packs that we're going to talk about is Buhan. Buhan is a character a lot of people really wanted for a long time in Xenoverse 2. But when we got him, he is not the most used character due to the fact that his moveset, first and foremost, is not very unique. He got Candy Beam and Super Ghost Boo Attack as his unique moves. Besides that, he has Super Kamehameha, regular Kamehameha, and Max Charge. So again, his moveset is really not the best. On top of the fact that Candy Beam really is just a redone version of the evasive that Fat Boo has. Now the one good thing about him is his stats are fairly good and he has very unique combos that work perfectly online. So overall, he is an okay character. Now the next character in this DLC was Deborah. Deborah is not a very fan favorite in this game due to the fact that his combos aren't the best online, they don't do the most damage, and his moves are just okay. He has Evil Flame, Petrifying Spit, and Evil Blast as his exclusives. Evil Flame is pretty good, Petrifying Spit is very disrespectful, but Evil Blast completely just does not work. If you know how to get out of it by just perfect blocking it and sidestepping it, you will not take any damage from the move, so it is essentially useless. So for that reason, Deborah is just an okay character as well. His moves are decent and his combos are decent. They don't do the most damage, but they don't do the worst. He is just an okay character in my opinion. Now the next character in this extra pack 1 was Android 13, another character a lot of people talked about for a long time with Xenoverse, especially with all the movie villain characters being added. But he was another disappointment. He did get 3 new moves with Handy Cannon, Data Input, and SS Deadly Bomber, but at the same time, his combos are basically completely useless online. It's why you do not see this character ever played with online. His combos, again, are just very, very useless. His best combo strings do not connect when it comes to online play due to the netcode. So hopefully with the netcode fix, he is another character that a lot of people will start to play with. Now the last character in this DLC pack was Tapion. Tapion was another one so many people were excited for, but he just was not the greatest character when we got him. He does have 3 new moves with Hero's Flute, Brave Sword Slash, and Brave Sword Attack, but his combos are just really not good. They don't do that much damage, on top of the fact that most of them put your opponent into an infinite type move where they get a lot of stamina back, and all of his combos end with very, very long frames. So honestly, Tapion is not the best of characters, making this DLC all in all not that great. It did have 4 characters, but each and every single character was really just okay at best. In my opinion, Buhan was the best all-around character, and again, he is just an okay one with 2 brand new moves that really aren't that great of moves at the same time. So as a grade, I'm probably gonna have to give this DLC a B-, B at best. B, if it's a B, it's just because it has 4 characters. But again, these characters that were given to us in this DLC really were not that great. But that is everything for Extra Pack 1. Now let's move on to Extra Pack 2. Alright guys, moving on to Extra Pack 2, the first character we're going to talk about is Ranger 17, who honestly to me is a fairly depressing DLC character for multiple reasons. The first being that he was just so lit in the tournament, did so many new things that we never saw from 17, and then he only gets Rough Ranger as his new attack. That's the only new attack. The only DLC character ever to only have 1 brand new skill. Not even 2, just 1 brand new skill with Rough Ranger, and that was it for him. Now, if his combos worked online, he would be a pretty okay DLC character just because his combos are very unique, very disrespectful, and do insane damage. But they do not work online. They drop a lot online. That's why nobody really uses this man. I guarantee when the netcode fix comes and his combos actually work, you will see 17 use more, even though he only has 1 new move as a DLC character. His combos still do some insane damage, making him an okay character when this netcode fix comes as far as DLC goes. Now, moving on to the next character in Jiren. He is a pretty good DLC character. He has 3 brand new moves. Wish he would have had 4, but he did get only 3 with Power Impact, Meditation, and Power Rush. Everybody knows Power Rush is absolutely insane. His stats are fairly good. The only issue I have with Jiren is that one of his combo strings do not work not only online but offline as well. When a combo does not work offline, that means that the developers just did not pay attention. They were just lazy when it came to that certain combo string with this character. So that one thing right there really irks me when it comes to Jiren. But all in all, like I said, he is a pretty good DLC character. Now moving on to UI Goku, some people enjoy him, some people don't because of the playstyle that you have to use when using him. I personally do not like the playstyle, even though I do not have issue with it, and I do not find myself thinking that he's a hard character or anything like that to play with. I just don't like the certain playstyle you have to use with him. But all in all, as a DLC character, his moves were absolutely great. With Soaring Fist and Godly Display, absolutely amazing moves. Wish we would have got him for our CAC. 2 of my favorite moves that we've gotten, period, as far as DLC characters. But his combos, guys, his combos are complete copy and paste. Like, there's so much copy and paste from different characters, different Gokus in this game that is absolutely crazy. He has Vegeta's combos, Goku's combos, Super Saiyan 4 Goku's combos, I believe. So there's just so much that is absolutely crazy. For that reason, I really do not like him overall as a DLC character. The only things I like are his 2 brand new moves with Soaring Fist and Godly Display. Now, he did get Surging Spirit, but that's just a charge move. But all in all, he is just an okay DLC character in my opinion. Now, the last character in this DLC was honestly the best as far as DLC terms go, because Fu had 4 brand new combos, 4 brand new moves with Remote Serious Bomb, Sneaky Strike, Confusion Blade, and Energy Minefield, on top of the fact that he had unique combos that all work online, and his combos are absolutely dope as well. So Fu is a great character, kind of being the saving grace in my opinion of this DLC. Him and Jiren were pretty good, but the other 2 characters in my opinion, with UI Goku and Ranger 17, I personally really did not like that much. Now, Ranger 17 I will probably like a lot more once the netcode fix comes, but all in all, this DLC I'm gonna give it a B+ because it did have 4 characters. It had some real good characters with Jiren and Fu, and UI Goku is unique to himself. He is a different character, but at the same time, with all the copy and paste stuff and just the playstyle that you have to use with him, me personally, I do not like him that much as a character. But all in all, he is still decent because he is unique with his own style, and he has 2 great moves with Soaring Fist and Godly Display. So again, I'd give this DLC all in all a B+ at best. But that is it for all the regular packs. Now let's move into DLC 8 and why I think this could potentially be the best of them all. Alright guys, finally moving on to the extra pack 3 with DLC pack 7. This DLC, again, in my opinion, has the potential to be the all-around best, not only free DLC, but paid DLC as well. These 2 characters seem to be the most refined in my opinion. They are looking absolutely amazing. They're the only DLC pack ever to actually feature multiple characters that will have 4 brand new unique moves that are not similar to anything else in the game. There are 4 unique moves that only these characters will have. Now, some people may be like, okay, maybe Baby's Revenge Final Flash is similar to Final Flash, but it's not at all, due to the fact that it is a super attack. It is a super, not an ultimate, and it's one that looks absolutely amazing because I believe if you hold it down, you can do even more damage, and the more you hold it, the more ki is drained from you as well. So that move is looking absolutely unique and dope, and that's the only one that you can really say is similar to any other move we have in the game. But all in all, like I said, these characters are both getting 4 brand new unique skills to themselves. So far, we've only been able to see Baby Vegeta's combos due to the fact we have not seen Kefla's trailer, we have not seen hers. But Baby Vegeta's combos are looking pretty cool as well. Now, there were 2 animations that I believe were copy and pasted, but they were very minor animations. One of them is Turles' little flip kick that he does when he knocks you down. I believe Baby Vegeta has that, and something else I remember seeing in the trailer. But again, they are very minor animations. Overall, he is an absolutely amazing character, and Kefla is looking absolutely amazing as well. This DLC is the one that literally seems to have taken them the most time, the one that they're putting the most work and overall care into when it comes to not only the free update, but these paid characters as well. You guys have no idea how hyped and excited I am to finally get a DLC that will not feature Meteor Crash. Meteor Crash and Meteor Blow are finally not going to be in a DLC pack. How amazing is that? There has never been one DLC that has not featured one of those moves. This DLC will be the first, so I'm absolutely hyped to get my hands on it, on top of the fact that we are getting 8 skills, the 8 skills being the ones we're getting from Kefla and Baby Vegeta, and their skills again are looking absolutely dope, very clean, and I cannot wait to use them for myself. So all in all, I do believe that this DLC definitely has the chance to eclipse DLC Pack 3 and be the best DLC that we've gotten in Xenoverse 2. Let me know your thoughts though on everything that I had to say, everything I talked about in this video. Which DLC pack out of all of them so far have been your favorite, and do you agree or disagree in the statement that I believe that DLC pack 7 can be the best so far in Xenoverse 2 when it actually comes out? Let me know your opinions on that all down below. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, as always, I hope you have a good day. Peace, y'all.